Morning, Bridget. I'm still halfway set up. I do this thing where I decide that I'm gonna go live, and I'm like, okay, let's make a thumbnail. And then I'm like, okay, put my lights on, all this stuff, and then I just click the button. I set up the broadcast like with the description, and then I just click go live. Because if I don't, I'll overthink it, and I'll take like an hour. No, I'm time for that. I don't have time for that. I was even thinking about using this live stream to set up my green screen, which you can see is right there. Right there. Just to see if I could like be more professional and look like I don't know. I've realized, by the way, doing thumbnails, I have big shoulders. Like everyone else, they can take a picture and it be like their face, but mine always have these hunchy shoulders in the middle no matter what I do, and it's crazy to me because then I'm like, that's what I look like in everything. I look like that in everything that I post. I should set up my green screen. You just don't understand. My problem is I've realized that like I'll go to post a picture and then I'll realize like Cliff takes pictures that look like quintuple HD. It's ridiculous. And this is a good quality, right? This is what I look like. But my pictures come out like pale and I don't know. It's weird. It's super weird. To me, it's super weird. So I was thinking, you know, I guarantee you it's the lighting, because when I have like, for example, a website up that's all like white and it illuminates my face, I have better lighting. And I only have this one ring light with all these shadows. And when I set up the green screen, it's fabric. What's up, Buster? It's fabric. So first off, I have to be careful. I can't wear this color because then I would be part of the green screen. I just realized that's really loud because I can hear it in my headphones from over here. But it moves, and if it moves, it messes up the green screen. You have to have it like weighted down, and I don't have weights. I have to figure that out. No problem, Melanie. Thanks for being here. I tend to, whatever I think is interesting, I cut up and I repost. If you notice, I reposted the EBT thing yesterday. I reposted that, and I watched the whole thing again. I was like, oh, okay. And I got it so that it had some of the ums and pauses taken out because it was long. I didn't realize how long it was. Thanks, Buster. I appreciate it. I just took a shower this morning, and I always keep my hair up. So when I take it down, it does this weird thing where it's decided it wants to dry, and I can't help it. I truly cannot help it. I basically can't stop. And I do it. I notice in videos, I do it all the time. I mess with my hair. I can't help it. It's just a quirk that I have. I talk with my hands, I mess with my hair, and I tilt my head a lot. So, and I do this a lot too. But no, green screen, the cool thing, green screens, basically what it is that you take a very vibrant noticeable color, and you remove that color. So the point is that anything that's not that color is going to stay, and everything that is that color is going to go away. So, you know. And here's the thing. I was going to say this just as this tiny little disclaimer. So, as someone that's been around these YouTube streets for a minute and hung out with reactors, and I know what it takes to like, I knew the Nux video and the Swoop video were going to do well because of the communities for those content creators. Now, my problem is I don't like piggybacking on other people's communities. I want people to be here because they are invested in the community and what I have to say, and that they want to talk amongst each other or have a comment, or they agree or disagree or whatever, but they can respect me as a person and my opinions and how I approach things and my attempts at no nonsense, commonsensical type stuff. So I don't need lemmings. I don't need lemmings to come flocking over. As much as I appreciate and love them, I'm not gonna like go down a rabbit hole of of like a one content creator's content to garner views. I'm not gonna do it. And so I know that some of my other content is not gonna hit the numbers that those did, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. Because every single person that has clicked on a video that isn't like, I see so-and-so on the video, therefore I will click, that type of thing, they are actually interested maybe in what's being said. And I've noticed that those videos get a higher watch time than the ones that are, they're not clickbait, but they are just what they are. Like, they're content creators that I know have huge fan bases that like their content and will show up, but I don't do it for that reason. I have their content because I watch it sometimes. I don't watch very much content. Good morning, Wallflower. Good morning. I keep thinking it's Sunday. I was like, man, I wonder if everybody's gonna be going to church. And I was like, oh, it's Saturday, I think, right? Yes, it's Saturday. I had to check. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I was worried that I was going to live too early, but I know Truth's going live later, and I have a lot of editing to do this evening. Cliff has pre-warned me, y'all. Pre-warned me. I finished up the editing this morning. I did a couple of shorts from my live, but I didn't really like them like I liked the last one, so we'll see. And y'all are going to love this. I know that I have lined up a whole bunch of content that I thought were cool, interesting, different topics. And I've tried to keep all of the videos under, like, I try to keep them as close to like 8 to 15 minutes as possible. Like, because the point of this is not to like watch everybody else's content. I'm not like a reactor. The point is to have someone that has more knowledge and time, more time than I do, to go research these subjects, to bring some points that I can then like use to jump off of. What's up, Kush T? I hope you're good. So my purpose is to find content that has the subject matter that I want to talk about, and then learn it together, kind of. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm not reacting to it like this is an established thing, therefore I'm going to, I don't know. I feel like it's a little different. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just reacting to stuff. I don't know. I feel like I use a lot more words than most people do, though. Okay. I use a lot of words. But anyway, point being, I pulled a bunch of content. Now, I have no problem if you guys want to choose which ones we start with or which ones you want to hear. I can list a couple of them off and then you guys let me know. Or I can just jump into the ones that I thought I wanted to. I think there's a couple I wanted to do for sure. And then there's some others that I wasn't sure. There's one that's AI podcast hosts discover that they're AI, not human. That sounds interesting. I just thought it would be the dead internet theory. I am doing that one. I've talked about it multiple times, and I think this one is going to be a little bit more intricate, and that's what I'm hoping for to explain. They have a new Severus Snape. I'm going to talk about that. There's something about I don't know if I can do this because it's Vice, the channel Vice. I don't know. I should be able to. The dark side of rich kids volunteering abroad. Like, there's a whole, and I know how I feel about it. I'll talk about it later, but, and then there's Some Ordinary Gamers. If you guys don't know who that is, he said Instagram did something really bad yesterday, and I was like, I don't know what they did, but we're gonna find out. And there's something about a Cheeto, just like little. I did a couple little bitty TikToks that I thought were like Instagrams and stuff. And there was somebody who asked me to react to something, which I thought was funny since I like to say I don't react, so y'all can correct me. He said, what is this? I don't know. I have a feeling this is not something I would usually do. Oh, it's... Oh. Yeah, it's not something I would usually react to. I don't watch cartoons, like episodes and stuff. I don't know. Especially because I don't usually like the content on a lot of these shows. I think it's obnoxious, but that's me. So should I jump into, okay, do you guys want me to start off with a full-on video? I could start with Dead Internet. I'm going to do Dead Internet no matter what. That is guaranteed. I'm going to do that one. I'm so excited because I finally think I found one that might dive into it as deep as I kind of wanted to when I mentioned it last time. And I also have a bunch of little bitty ones we could scroll through. I don't care. And I can't get my spacing right today, so I'm just gonna hang around like this. Oh no, I'm not doing it. Wildflower, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I just took a look and I'm not interested. Here, I'll show you. Watch. Boom. Yep, not doing it. So. And I feel like I need to change up my background. And I have the green screen. I was planning on being on here for like a good solid 3 hours, y'all. My kid is going to zip line with her friend today for her friend's birthday, which is tomorrow, but they're going zip lining today, like noonish. What's up, Stacy? Do all the things. Have fun. Love you back. So I'm kid free right now. So instead of sitting around the house and reading a book and sitting on the front porch like I usually do, I'm just gonna go live, and I don't have to worry about So which ones do you guys want? Do you guys know? Have you decided? You don't have to. I mean, you could just. I'll just do what I want to do then. I'll probably see. I want to record the one about the dead internet theory and some of the other ones, but the little TikToks and stuff, just for funsies, I'm just gonna show you. I think I'll start. That's a good idea. Good idea, Kat. Good idea. We'll just start with the little bitty ones to kind of so I can get them out of the way and say I showed you guys. I don't know. Oh, I can hear myself now, so it's kind of funny. How's my hair look? Do I look okay? Just kidding. I feel like I'm thick-shouldered, guys. Like, I'm complaining about it because every picture that I'm in, that I take for thumbnails, I have this in my face. By the way, you guys are going to love this. I took a screenshot yesterday. Hold on. Don't cry at me. You keep getting in trouble. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys' opinions. I'm going to show you the shorts that I made from the content yesterday. And I'm going to want you to tell me if you think it's even worth posting. Honestly. Please. No more. No more compliments. I can't handle it. I can't take it. I can't take it. As long as my arm flappies don't get in the camera. That's the only thing. That's why I keep my arms down here. Because, we don't need all of that. We don't need this or my second chin. Anyway, so I'm going to show you the shorts that I made from the live yesterday. From the content I posted. So it's from the video. You'll see. Yeah. So we're going to do this. Okay. I have everything minimized because I have so many people's content on here. I can't. It's nobody's business, y'all. There's the thumbnail I just made. You can't read it probably, but it says 9:15 a.m. I made this at 9:15. I took this picture this morning. I just took the picture with my hair down and then I went live. Okay. So also, oh, while you're here, Am I big enough in the corner? Do you guys think that I should make this smaller? Like that and like somehow make me like "Bleh, bleh." Like what do you think? Am I too small? Like what do you guys I really need input here because I feel like I'm it's conceited to think that I need to look like this. Oh, well there we go. I mean, ah, I'm falling. Ah, help me. Ah. Okay. I don't even know how to fix it. Hold on. I can just do that. Oh, is that backwards? It is backwards, but I like it because now I know where my hands are. I like that. Okay, fine. Like that. Like that. Right? Like I had it. Ooh. I don't know what I just did. Okay. Okay. What's that bad, Wolf? Okay, so I'm gonna play my shorts. And I don't know why it doesn't let me pause. It doesn't matter. And you guys tell me if you think that they're worth posting. I'm being completely sincere. Okay, so this one is about it being rage bait. So here. Oh wait. I don't make as much as she does on her tax return or in her benefits, okay? And I pay taxes and that's where the money's coming from. So, you know? And I understand, by the way, guys, please don't think for 1 second that I don't understand that she is playing this up for the what's called rage bait. She is rage baiting the shit out of people, and this is how you do it. You hit people where it hurts.
This is how
where
you
it
do
hurts is
it.
watching people be all indignant and pissed that they don't get something that is I'm helping pay for. So that if I get in a pinch, right, I can apply for government benefits and I can get my kids and myself help to kind of get through a hard time. Temporary, a hard time, not 10 years, a hard time to get over that hump in between jobs, something like that. Okay, so there's one. Okay. Um, did you see how like white and blue I was? I don't understand. Anytime that I pull my I record my content, I feel like I look just fine right here, right now. But then when I do that, do you see how like bluish I am? Look again. I don't make as much as she does. Does it doesn't look the same? I don't know. That's what I can't figure out why the lighting is so weird, but whatever. So that's one of them, and this is the other one that I made.
I have been getting welfare since I was 19 years old.
Ah, just so triggering to me. Full disclaimer. I'm going to rant. I'm going to rant. This subject is near and dear to my heart. I have had bad and crazy and just devastating experiences with the government assistance programs and the things that some of these, not her, very clear on that, not her, but they've told me, these social workers have told me, and the nasty, disgusting things that they said to me because I didn't fit, I didn't check the boxes that I needed to check to be considered a priority. Look at her face. So those are the two that I came up with. And if I post them, I'll post them over the course of the week. Like I'm not going to post them today because I have the live, plus the post yesterday, plus the live yesterday. So within 24 hours, I've got 3 so far. And YouTube doesn't like more than that. But anyway, so that's that. That's that. We're going to play around with some stuff that I saved. Okay, this cracked me up, you guys. This one's hilarious to me. Wow. Okay, I can't play the music. It'll copyright the shit out of me. So let's try this again. It says everybody on TikTok right now. That whole, you know, that song that everybody's doing? Everyone's up on a wall. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's funny. I don't want to see another one. No. Do you see that people are talking to me? Look at her rolling her eyes. She rolled her eyes at me. Okay. She rolled her eyes at me. Rudeness. All right. I'm going to do what me and Papa do so that I know I've done it. Okay. This is cool. Dude, okay. So I'm going to show you. If you don't know about that, let me show you. Let me see if I can. I want to. There's guys doing it. There we go. This is the one I've seen. See, this is what she's making fun of. This video's 12 hours long. I missed work. Well, that's what you have me for. And the problem is with a lot of these, I can't play the music because the copyright. It's that simple. What the fuck is that? Do I hate I? Yes. Do I usually skip these? Also, yes. Did I watch this one twice? Absolutely. What is that? Okay, so I do not. Oh my gosh, here we go. Is it the same guy? It is. It's the same guy. Oh, color change. So he literally changed and like jumped right back in the no. Oh, they're doing it. Okay, guys, here is how green screens work. They're literally taking a really bright color and they're changing the what do they call it? The chroma. They're changing it to a different color. And it's through editing and they fade through them. I don't scroll, I don't watch shorts. I'm just not a Oh my god, I hate this trend. My mom loves it. I hate it. Where they all pretend like they're going to act like chickens and then they all back off and laugh at someone who's still doing it like to the fullest of their ability. I'm not a fan. I love these guys. These guys are a baseball team. They're an actual baseball team. So are these. Oh, you can't see it. They do this. This is part of their shtick. It's actually really cool. The official party animals. They're called the party animals. And they memorize all these dances, and most of them are hot. Oh, here you go. We're all up on the wall, y'all. I'm gonna scoot over so you guys can see the video better because I'm sure that you wanted to see the video more. I see. I told you. I wish I could listen to the sounds, but the whole point of these. Oh, here we go. My knees could not do that. There's no way in hell that my knees could do that. Okay, I'm done with that, you guys. You're welcome. Okay, so there's that one. So we're gonna go into this one. This is an Instagram one. Please ignore if you see anything crazy on my Instagram. This is my Instagram. We're gonna ignore that. Alien-like creatures named Darkness found at 7,900 meters in the ocean. Scientists have discovered a rare predatory. It's aggressive amphipod off the coast of Chile. The unusual species has been named Dulcibella Kamanchaka. You're welcome. I tried that. And it was found in some of the deepest waters on our planet, described as alien-like. The creature is the first large active predatory amphipod. Like I'm thinking amphibian. It looks like a shrimp. It does. It's an evil shrimp. Um, blah blah blah. Speaking about historic find, blah blah blah. It's a fast swimming predator that we named after darkness and the languages of the peoples from the Andes regions to signify the deep dark ocean from where it predates. No one fucking cares, bro. Just why'd you name it the darkness? I believe in a thing called love. That would be a great AI video to have a shrimp singing that. That would be great. The fuck? Ew. Can we zoom in? Ew. I always keep my internet like scrolled out. So that's fun. I'm glad that we looked at that. So now, a Cheeto shaped like the beloved Pokemon Charizard has sold at an auction for $87,840. Discovered by a Georgia based collectible store. Between 2018 and 2022, the snack captured the attention of internet users before being offered on Golden's online marketplace. There were 60 bids on this uniquely shaped snack. I agree, sir. What are we doing? What are we doing? You can't see that. What are we doing? The Cheetosard still lives. There's no way food costs this much. This got to be money laundering. I've gotten like 3 of those. So when you see a Cheeto and you're like, ah, that's a weird shape, save it. Don't eat it. It's funny. Okay. So, whoa. All right. So there you go, guys. You're welcome for all of the. I'm sharing the internet. I told you we're gonna watch the internet today. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This is something you guys know that I've been going down this the Wicked, the Snow White, the Little Mermaid, the all the things that we didn't ask for but are apparently being given and we should be thankful. So now Papa Isidore has been cast as Severus Snape. Okay. If any of you have read the books, who here pictures Severus Snape looking like this? R.I.P. by the way. Does anybody ever picture Severus Snape looking sort of kind of low key in the realm of Kanye? Like asking for a friend. I feel like when an author describes characters, I understand you can take imagination license and kind of develop them into the characters in your head or whatever. I get it. But this is okay. So let's scroll. I said, let's scroll. TV series. So there's going to be a TV series. At what point does this man go? I am Professor Snape. Like I have identified with Professor Snape my whole life. Like what? The comments. I'll get to that in a second. Like I mean, how many things are they going to do that no one asked for? Did anyone ask for this? Is there any person in the African American, the black community that is like, we're not properly represented? Represented. Severus Snape is just too just just white. We need to change this because it is, and I know, come on guys, let's not bullshit at anybody. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with he's just such a great actor that we can't, and he's obsessed with the series and he just absolutely is a piece of all of this. We just have to have him for this role. Oh no. It's everything about identity. It has nothing to do with fitting the character. Remember when we used to make movies where book to movie, where they would cast characters that when you had read the book and then you watch the movie, you're like, that fucking makes sense. The Shining, Jack Nicholson. It makes sense, right? Do you think if Morgan Freeman played the lead character from The Shining that we would have all been as freaked out? No. No, they wouldn't have taken it. I don't think they would have taken it seriously, because when you read the book and you see the movie, it should make sense in your head. This doesn't make sense to me. And it has nothing to, the reason it doesn't make sense has nothing to do with race and has everything to do with the characters and how they were described and depicted in the book. The guy on the left, I forgot his name. I'm an asshole. He embodies everything that JK. Anyway, embodies everything that she wrote, like how you would see this character. Just same as like all of the Lucian and the Draco Malfoy, the Malfoys. The movies didn't do that whole family justice, by the way. There's a huge backstory on that family. It's really interesting. Alan Rickman, thank you. He embodies everything that makes sense about this character. And his voice, to put someone in this character that just my brain doesn't reconcile it, and it has nothing to do, I don't care. If they were trying to put Brad Pitt as Snape, I would think that was weird, right? I couldn't see it. It's got to be a dark, kind of shady as shit character. Huh. I'm reading the comments. Let me scoot me over so you can see the comments too. HBO's Harry Potter series has its Professor Severus Snape. Adam Driver. See? They get it. This is what the character in our heads is supposed to look like, with the long dark hair, the thin gaunt face, which is in the book. It's in the book. It's described. There's a description, whether you stick to it in your brain or not. When she first wrote it, it's all been described. This makes sense. That does not. What's next? Terry Crews is Hermione. Well, Terry Crews, didn't he pass? I would watch that. Not even black people ride with this. Kevin Hart as Harry Potter, or we riot. This comment right here, if the script was flipped with a movie where it was an African American character and a white person playing it, there would be riots. There would be all up in arms. There would be so many TikToks to be made. As Nux says, all the content forever. Do you see what I mean? It's the hypocrisy. Again, it's the hypocrisy. It's doing it for the wrong reason. That he's being cast as this character for the wrong fucking reason. And it's a hypocrisy because if the tables were turned, like if they made Hagrid a little person, what's the right word? I don't fucking know. P. Diddy is Voldemort. There you go. Cat Williams. He's too chipper and funny. Severus Snape is not a funny character. I'm pretty sure even that actor knows it's a bad call. Well, is he going to turn it down? I'm not watching it. Brad Pitt to play MLK. Oh, see, what did I say? What did people say to that? Fragile white tear. Bro, you're historical versus. What do you mean historical? It's not true. It's uh, they picked a black girl to play an English queen. So at this point, white MLK would be fair. Turnabout's fair play. No, it absolutely wouldn't. And who are you talking about? This person obviously doesn't know what they're talking about. They're an idiot. You know, keep doing whatever the hell you do. And see, it gets nasty. It just gets nasty. The Ryan Gosling playing Nelson Mandela. We got a black Snape before GTA 6. Okay, that was a win comment. That was a super winning comment. Anyway, I'm just curious. Like, is they're obviously playing into not political, really. They're playing into identity stuff, right? They're casting based on your race versus what makes sense to do justice for the story. I don't agree. I am an avid book reader, y'all. If y'all see my Goodreads, you know I read a lot of books. And I've read a lot of books over my lifetime. I've read the entire Harry Potter series. The last book actually read very much so like an adult fantasy, like the Wheel of Time type vibes. So you could tell it was elevating from being more of a youth, a kid's book to being trans yes, I'm doing this on purpose, transitioning into a book that could possibly like spin off into some adult fiction, not like dirty book fiction. I'm talking like adult fantasy, high fantasy, that type of thing. Where they could really develop some of those characters and some of the backstories and the side stories and the plot twists. They could do all of that. So I'm just saying, as somebody who's read all of those, I read all of the Game of Thrones, A Song of Fire and Ice. Some people don't know it's called that. That's a thing. I read all of the you see my brain just stop? The Legend of the Seeker. I read all of those books. So my point is, they're very specific as to what makes sense for characters. When you have a very, 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 very described pale European ex-Viking vampire and have it be played by someone that is not a white guy, then you're an idiot. I'm sorry, you're an idiot. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Did you guys notice, by the way, did you guys hear all of the tea about Disney? That they're shutting down production on a bunch of stuff, or they're like shutting down their Disney animation. I don't know. I saw something about it and I didn't look into it. But anyway, that's maybe a rabbit hole to go down. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know. Because for me, as a fan of the movies and a fan of that character, Alan Rickman, may he rest in peace. It's a no for me. Just saying. So that was something I thought you guys might think was interesting. What do you guys think? Okay, so here's my very unpopular opinion. You guys want my really unpopular opinion about that, Melanie? I don't need a character to represent me on screen. Otherwise, Ricky Lake would play like every character ever, pretty much. I don't need a character to represent me on screen. I don't need it because I'm confident in myself. I don't watch TV for real life. I don't watch TV shows and movies for real life. I watch them to escape into another world. Like, so even if it's a current times, okay? Even if it's a current time thing, like let's just use Friends. Of course that's not real. Of course that apartment, I've seen so many things about it. The apartment they all lived in was so expensive. There's just no way they could all have afforded it. That whole thing. Okay, so it's unrealistic to a point. But the point was not the color of their skin, the tone of their voice. It was their friendship, right? It was the funny situations they got into. It was all of that. I watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air religiously. Do you think it's because I felt like they represented me as a person? No. Do I think that, Carisi represents me as a person? No. Do I think that the people playing on the show Survivor represent me as a person? No. No. Come on. Come on. This just it's wild. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. I kind of wish I'd included that rant in with the whole thing, but I don't think it's necessary. I think anyone that knows me knows I feel this way. I go to watch stuff for something different. I don't read a book because it's a transcription of my fucking life. I don't go read big girl romance novels on purpose. If they happen to, and here's a fun fact. By the way, the big girl romance novels, their big girls are the same as big girls online. I'm not talking about the big girls. I'm saying like they're thick. So they're like 190, 200 pounds. And you're like, it's like one of my thighs, bitch. But they're like, oh, I'm so fat. Oh, but they love me anyway. I'm like, I don't, because the reason I don't watch that or read that, guess why? Because they make it all about that. It is no longer about the spice and the romance and the bullying and the dark stuff. It's not that. It's all about the fact that your role that isn't even a role and the fact that when you sit down, your pants gap. Now that's the whole fucking book. And I'm like, I'm not here for that. I don't care. Do you think that I picture myself looking exactly like myself? No. I just it's so wild to me. People are fucking stupid and it irritates me. It irritates me. Irritates me. And here's the thing. Do I think that every movie based on a book needs to be like an exact representation? No. But they should at least do right by the characters because half of the story build, especially if you're world building, Harry Potter is considered a world building. Harry Potter is considered a world building story. So, in case anybody doesn't know what that means is that the author is not only building the characters and placing them in a realistic situation. They're building an entire world that includes rules of how characters can function, how physics function, stuff like magic and, past and time travel and all of these things. They have to build a world that it makes sense. So world building means that she went to all the lengths to make sure that whenever these fantastical elements were mentioned, that they fit and made sense in the world that she constructed that you weren't even noticing. So all of the descriptions behind when they're talking about going into Gryffindor, right? They're talking about it. Do you remember the fat lady on the outside of the and you see it in the movies a little bit, but she has a backstory and it's in the books. And the fact that she was just sincerely kind of a salty bitch was part of the story, right? And so you have to do it justice. You have to respect that an author, if an author has spent all of this time building a world that makes sense with itself. Like, it's just the same as how ironic it was when in Robin Hood Men in Tights, you had a Chew. I'm not saying there weren't black people around, but in the role he was in, it was purposefully, his character was to act a specific way for comedy. Because if you go into specific time periods, if you go to the Viking North, you know, in like 1100, there's certain people you ain't gonna see. It's not a thing. And to sit there and be like, well, I need to be represented as a Viking, be like, you're literally not a Viking then. But I don't know. I just think people need to understand that I don't watch, or I'm not like anybody cares what I do, but most people don't watch content, nonfiction content, to believe it. It's fiction, right? So it's not reality. I've watched K dramas. Do I go, I need more representation in K dramas? Because there's just, oh my God, too many Asians. I don't see any white people, and that's a problem. And then go over there and be like, you need to change your casting, you need to change your tone, you need to do it all. I don't do that. I don't do that because it doesn't make sense. Now, do I wish that there was a different adaptation that might be a little bit more applicable, because the world, because they do them a dime a dozen. There's so many of them. They don't do a very good world building. So I wish that it was a little bit more developed to make some more sense. But if everything made sense, we wouldn't have fucking TikTok. Just saying. Rant over. Rant over. The books were better. You know what the best book was from Christian Gray's perspective. And it's funny because it confirmed everything that I thought. Anyway, besides the point. We're going to go to Dead Internet, I think. You guys want to do Dead Internet? I'm super interested in this. You guys want to do Dead Internet? I know there's only a couple of you in here. And by the way, thank you for being here. You don't have to be at all, obviously. But you are. So I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad that my rant had a point. I finally came up with a point. You know what? I'm not going to lie. Wallflower, you're correct. But see, here's the thing. The difference is that they used all men, and they dressed the men up as women for the role of women because they didn't want women on stage. Whatever the reasoning behind it, doesn't matter. They did not dress the men up as women on stage, and then magically the men turned into women. You know why? Because that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Were some of them feminine? Sure. Are there people that do all kinds of things and feel all types of ways? Sure. But, putting on athletic wear does not make me a gym rat. Putting on a cute bra does not make me have fake boobs. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't magically change you. And like I said yesterday, if it is inherently who you are as a person in your soul, that, like, if I was like, I'm a man, and I felt it in my soul, and I've known it all my life, I just finally could put words to it. It doesn't matter where in the world that I lived. Right? Did you know that we're biologically destined to like there's like in your genealogy, like you're more likely to not like cilantro if you just because of your DNA. Is that weird? I think it's weird. It makes things seem like a lot more scientific and not as cool. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. I think I might go smoke a half a cigarette before I start this because this video, let me at least pull it up and look.
Do you really want to spend the rest of your life watching ads? Guys, just download Pi. It's a free Google Chrome
whatever.
extension, and it basically...
This video is
Okay. It is 17 minutes long. So because I talk a lot, it's 17 minutes is going to turn into like 30, 40 minutes. And so I've been on for an hour. So I'm going to go smoke like a half a cigarette. Take a breath. Yeah, cilantro's nasty. I don't like cilantro. It also determines like what fingers are longer and if your toes are weird. I don't know. And it keeps trying to email me and telling me to check out. Look at your Neanderthal tendencies. And I'm like, geez. All right, you guys, give me a minute. I'm going to leave my screen on. I'm going to turn up the music. I don't even know what's playing right now. Hold on. I'm going to turn it up. It's not going to take me long. I go really fast because I feel really bad that I'm gone for so long. I'm also going to pee real quick. And I have to put my hair up because I can't walk around my house with my hair down. It's weird. Don't look at my arm flaps. This is how I am all the time. Right here. This is it. I don't wear my hair down a lot. Only for you guys. You're welcome. It changes. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah. I'm going to also put my clothes in the dryer. I wasn't going to say it, but now I'm saying it. So I'm going to switch my laundry real quick because, life be lifing and, ain't nobody else going to fucking do it. Be right back.
move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, speaking fast, I can roast, I can gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness, hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior, get off of me, this ain't no humble brag, I want you to hear words, you can say them back, I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages of vacant. Modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I forgot how tall. I forgot that my chair was up really high. I almost fell. That would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Yeah. I know, I heard that. I was going pee. I was like, wait a minute. I had to change this out, which is still a little cold. Not sponsored. For this one, which is just out of the fridge. Because I forgot to open my pop this morning. I have not picked it. Okay, so here's the thing. I have been wanting to deal with the competition, but like herding cats is not my favorite thing. And all of these guys are like herding cats because I go to talk about it and one of them will talk about it and then the other ones are like busy and I can never get them all in the same room at the same time. What's up, Zach Reacts? We're about to do Dead Internet Theory. Dun dun dun. Hold on. I get to pin it. Replace pinned message. Up now. Dead Internet Theory. Dun dun dun. Okay, am I coming in clear? Can you hear me okay? As the vocals, is the video, I forgot to like turn it up. So we're going to try to watch this one. This is going to be interesting because, okay. We're definitely going to try and get into this video, this Dead Internet Theory. Now, I was looking for a cool video that kind of explained it better because I touched on it before. And we were talking about how the internet is basically dead. Like it's all bots upon bots, bots commenting, bots posting, bots hosting, bots doing all these things. And so the majority of the internet is all fake, I guess. Anyway, we're going to see what this one says. This one is by Pursuit of Wonder. It's from 5 months ago. It has 4 million views. I'm assuming that it's not an absolutely horrible video if they got that much attention. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Where should I put me? Let's make it big. Yes. Let's make it big. Make it big. So this is by, who is this by again? I forgot. Pursuit of Wonder. It's called The Internet Will End Soon. Okay. I think I bypassed the ad, so let's see.
This video is sponsored by the online personal information removal service Incognito.
That's loud. Is that really
Protect
loud
your data
for you
and
guys
personal
too?
information from data brokers and search sites. Use my link in the description. Episode There Is a Sketch, also titled
Okay, sorry.
Season 2, Episode 12, aired of the comedy sketch show Monty Python's Flying Circus. The title of the episode was Spam. In the episode, there is a sketch, also titled Spam, in which a husband and wife are lowered on wires into a cafe filled with Vikings. Once sat, the husband and wife ask the waitress about the meals available at the cafe. The waitress proceeds to describe each menu item to the couple. Nearly every item has the canned meat, Spam, in it. Some dishes are just Spam with multiple sides of Spam. Spam, 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 egg, and Spam. One dish is described as.
Have you guys ever eaten Spam? I'm not a huge fan of Spam. My ex, when I was a teenager, his grandmother would make fried Spam with barbecue sauce. Now, I'm not a fan of barbecue sauce either. But that was like their meal. They would like, oh, she's making me Spam. And I'm like, okay.
When the woman customer declares that she does not like Spam and she wants a meal without any, the waitress denies her request, and suddenly the Vikings around them begin to sing, Spam, 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 lovely Spam, wonderful Spam. The interaction devolves further and further as the Vikings' chants and waitress's screams in support of Spam increase, droning out the conversation into indiscernible absurdity. Then, the sketch essentially ends, and the customer, we can reasonably assume, does not get a meal without Spam in it.
I know, Phil.
It's a commercial.
Although this Monty Python sketch had nothing to do with media or the internet, it would strangely and powerfully foreshadow forthcoming conditions of media and the internet, and it would ultimately lead directly to the term spam being used in internet vernacular. In the context of media and the internet, the term spam broadly refers to excessive, irrelevant, unwanted, insincere, or repeated communication or content. As a result of the Monty Python sketch, in the 1980s, in early online chat rooms, message boards, and virtual games, users would repeatedly type spam along with other quotes from the Monty Python sketch in order to knock the text of other unwanted users or competitors down and off screen and gain.
I've was this old when I learned that. I didn't know where it came from. I thought it just meant unwanted because generally spam is frowned upon. It's frowned upon. People don't enjoy spam that much. I'm making me bigger there. There. I'm not a huge fan of spam of any sort. How many emails do you have in your inbox? Because I have a lot. I have a lot. Like I have tens of thousands. And to me, I'm like, I don't sign up for that much stuff. So, hold on. Let's mute that. Actually, I'm not going to mute it in case my kid needs me. Anyway, continuing on.
Gatekeep discourse. Around the same time, the term spam would also come to be used to refer to the repeated and excessive posting of the same messages on file and message sharing networks. Of course, it only helps and is all the more fitting that spam, the canned meat, is highly processed and unhealthy, high in calories, fat, and sodium, and low in nutrients. Since the 1980s,
So so does anybody know why they made spam? Or was it like a happy accident or an unhappy accident? Like they were trying to figure out what to do with all the bullshit that was left over from making good food and all the little bits and pieces and like non-healthy shit. They just like squished it together and spam was born. I don't know. I made that up. I have no idea.
Media and the internet have in nutrients. Since the 1980s, media and the internet have, of course, evolved tremendously. Between 1981 and 1989, the number of hosts connected to the internet went from hundreds to hundreds of thousands, with an increase from 80,000 to over 160,000 hosts in 1989 alone. Also in 1989, the World Wide Web was created, which, for the first time, made digital content easily reachable and shareable for the average consumer. By the mid-1990s, there were
3 sites. You'd put in any search term and you get like 3 sites, if that. If that. By the way, I know this, but I don't always follow it. I should. I've learned, just a fun tidbit of information. If you don't know this, you probably already do. But when you go on a Google search and you do something easy, like Cracker Barrel, never click the first link. If you look, it says, I used to think sponsored meant that it was like the official. And so Google was like backing it up. Like they were like, yes, this is the correct one. It's sponsored by Google. So Google says this is right. No, sponsored means somebody paid for it to be there, which means it's likely a bullshit spam link. Anyway.
For over 100,000 websites on the web. Around 40% of American households owned a computer, which was just 15% a couple years prior. Suddenly, new opportunities for connection and creativity abounded. For the first time in history, individuals could easily message people across the world in chats, publish and share their art and homemade videos, create digital profiles in digital stores, purchase and download things like movies and books, order physical goods to be delivered to their home, and innumerable other unbelievable and world-changing acts. Now, as of 2024, it's estimated that around 70% of the global population owns a smartphone. That's roughly 5 billion people. It's also now estimated that there are well over 1 billion websites, and the average person currently spends around 6 hours and 35 minutes online.
I'm going to say this. I appreciate the history of the buildup. I will say, not like anyone asked me, but I will say that it's taking a bit longer than necessary. They could have skimmed over a lot of this. Unless they're looking for watch time. I don't blame them. They're trying to be thorough. Okay, I see you. Do I need to some of this? I really want to get to the meat of this, not the spam.
Every day. Needless to say, the internet and internet devices have fully consumed us, and the conditions of the internet are crucially important to the human experience.
True.
Of course, along with new opportunities for the distribution of enriching things on the internet, so too have new opportunities for the distribution of problems and hazardous content evolved on the internet, one of which is spam and spam-like media. For the sake of clarity, spam and spam-like media here includes anything from unwanted emails all the way to digital content that unreasonably exploits platform algorithms, automation, and/or excessive posting, often for the sole purpose of views and engagement. The problem of spam might appear somewhat trivial at first, especially when considered against much darker activities and possibilities on the internet.
Okay, so let me just say something. Sorry. Specifically in reference to what he said about what he said about how, like, they're just for clicks and engagement. Is anybody aware, I'm sure you are that there are click farms where they take regurgitated content in some room and then they repost it on like 30, 40, 50 different profiles with the sole purpose of the pennies and dollars maybe that they might earn on these different accounts until the accounts get banned. And they just scrape in all that money. So if you're doing that for 10 cents, paying someone 10 cents and they're posting all these things and you make $7, you're winning as far as they're concerned. They're doing it in mass. There's a whole thing about it where they show, like, they don't show it very often, but like when you pay, because they have a thing where you can pay for likes and stuff, and it's like they're real people. Yeah, there are these people stuck in a room with, and it's funny, and I think they set it up so it looks this way just because it was a better aesthetic, but the whole wall was covered in phones hung up kind of like my albums, and then there were people that were just like using a macro and it was liking the content and then copy pasting random comments just for view, like to get paid $100 for 1,000 likes. So you'd have to click something and pay something 1,000 times. You're paying someone $10 to do it. That's a $90 profit. It's very lucrative. It's like gold farming back in like the WoW days and stuff, you know? Anyway, just saying.
But the increasing development and thriving of spam-like media points to a deep, holistic problem about the current architecture and future of the internet and humanity at large. The internet, in its current form, does not merely have spam on the menu. The menu is, in many ways, increasingly that of the Monty Python Cafe.
Turn your ideas into video with
increasingly that of the Monty Python Cafe. All menu items on offer seem to contain spam in some form. And worse, our palates seem to be increasingly burnt and numb by this to actually desire it, to enjoy less and less of the nuanced flavors that we previously did. As both creators and consumers of media, many of us seem to want quicker, easier, and more processed content, which often doesn't challenge or require much of us, and we are increasingly willing to ignore the intentions and consequences of said content. Inspired and led by philanthropic beasts, herds of Viking creators chase watch time as audiences welcome the pillaging with eager eyes. There's a theory.
It's crappy, right? It's bad. It's really bad. It's so bad. And I talk about the curated content. And it's sad that every single thing you see, you can't tell that it's authentic or real or comes from a real place, that it's not over processed. The prettier, the cooler, the neater, the funnier the video, the more likely it is that it's bullshit. Because real life is not that simply clickable. You know? And here's the thing, if I'm posting consistently and I'm getting no traction, and I see these other videos are getting traction, what am I going to do? I'm going to look and see what they're doing different, and I'm going to do it too. And you narrow it down. Okay, well, they're shorter. Okay, well, they're clearer. Okay, well, they're more fake. Okay, well, there's more facial expressions. There's brighter colors. There's this specific type of content, and you shorten and shorten and shorten until you get this little bitty clickable piece that can potentially go viral, because now we have made it appropriate and consistent that people can't keep an attention span. You need that hit constant. It's why I hate scroll. I don't like to scroll because I'm that guy. I'm not the guy. I'm the person who reads a series of books or binge watches TV shows because I want the story to keep going. I don't want no context stuff. I'm just saying. Anyway, that was a tangent, but whatever. These eyes are creepy as shit.
Theory about the internet that has recently welcomed the pillaging with eager eyes. There is a theory about the internet that has recently garnered increasing notoriety.
Here we go. Let's do it. Dead internet theory. Let's go. Only took 5 minutes. Cool.
Largely as a result of the mainstream introduction and popularization of generative AI. The theory is known as the dead internet theory.
Dun, dun, dun! The dead internet theory. This is a... Hey! Does this work?
The origins of the theory primarily trace back to an anonymous thread created in 2021 on the Agora Roads Macintosh Cafe forum. Its origins, specifics, and conspiratorial nature are rather questionable, but the broad sentiment, at least now, feels somewhat valid. Putting aside the conspiratorial and paranoid claims of the theory, most broadly, the theory suggests that most online activity is fake in some way, either bot activity or AI-generated content created and curated by algorithms. Because of this, according to the theory, the internet, as a source of unbridled human activity and flourishing, died somewhere around the year 2016.
Isn't 2016 around the time that a lot of content creators, like the rise of the influencer, happened? I might be a little bit wrong. I know that like the YouTube phenom like was like with the Numa and the viral videos and stuff back then was like 2006 or something. And then the rise of the influencer was around like 2016-ish. I think. I could be totally wrong, and I'm guessing a little, but I heard that date pretty often. 2018, by the way, is a major one. If you hear a lot of the content creators that we watch, that we talk to, that we're friends with, a lot of them started their channels around 2018. It's like 2018 was a huge moment in time for big changes. 2018 is when I moved to Texas and I started my life completely over, right? So it's just interesting how things flow together a little bit. Is it coincidence? I don't know.
That same year of 2016, a cybersecurity company by the name of Imperva in fact did find that bots, or software applications that perform automated tasks without human intervention, accounted for over half of all online activity. They also found that around 30% of website visits likely came from bad bots or programs designed to carry out harmful actions like theft and hacking. The other roughly 20% of bots, however, were found to be good bots, or bots that help monitor and upkeep aspects of the internet. This was nearly 10 years ago. We can more than reasonably assume that those numbers have gone up since then.
A lot.
Of course, these percentages include the entire internet in all corners and pockets, so it's not necessarily the case that the majority of the content and websites you personally consume and visit are fake, assuming you engage in reasonably well-curated and stable websites and platforms. But the point is, no matter who you are, how savvy you are, and what you do on the internet, there is no avoiding fake content and fake traffic, and even more so, there is certainly no avoiding spam-like content.
It's true.
This year, in 2024, Jack Conte, the founder and CEO of the creator monetization platform Patreon, gave a keynote at the conference South by Southwest.
I'm really interested in this. I am super interested in this. So he's the founder of Patreon. By the way, I don't like your website, sir. Patreon to me is kind of like, it's really hard to upload and it's irritating and I don't enjoy it. Like, I want to support people, but I don't ever watch their content on there. I just don't want to. It's just another fucking platform. It's just irritating. It's nothing personal. It's just me. Anyway,
titled Death of the Follower and the Future of Creativity on.
Melanie, what I'm talking about is not the rise of the influencer, like super, super viral because of like the lockdowns. I'm talking about when a lot of people started on the internet, like when their YouTube channels were started and stuff. A lot of them refer to 2018. I just got another request for this same video for some reason. Interesting. But you know what I mean? That's what I'm not talking about necessarily. I'm just saying that it seems to coincide with what I remember to be the rise of the influencers, which was prior to COVID. I'm talking about influencers as celebrities. I'm not talking about influencers as common. Everyone can fucking do it. So like now, it's the same as YouTube. So before you had like, everybody's like, how could these people make it on YouTube? That's insane. People make it on YouTube. And then now all of these people are like, everybody's doing it. I'm talking about before everyone was doing it, before everyone got on Instagram, before everyone was posting reels, back when Vine was viral, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. But I'm saying that a lot of people refer to when they started their channel was like 2018. That I remember. I might be wrong.
On the web. The focus of his presentation was primarily on the development and effects of algorithmic feeds on social media and content distribution platforms. Specifically, Conti's argument is that major platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok have moved primarily into algorithmic ranking-based content distribution feeds and away from follow-based feeds. In other words, internet content is distributed based on computer algorithms that rank content using metrics of engagement like watch time, and not based on people selectively and intentionally curating what is shown to them based on who they follow or subscribe to.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Watch time is everything. Watch time matters. And I'm going to be a little bit about this, okay? And I say this all the time, and this is they brought it up, okay? It's not my fault. So here's the thing, and I say this all the time. You guys know this. If you've been here before, you know this. Watch time is everything. So let me be clear. I will never be upset that somebody comes in to say hello. I will never be upset. I will appreciate it and love them to pieces, and it means the world that they are saying, hey, I want you to know that I'm here. I see you. That matters. I'm also a smaller creator. Here's the thing though. And I put it in the how to be a good supporter. Watch that video. Maybe I'll put it below. I don't know. But anyway, watch the how to be a good supporter. Watch time is everything. So if you go and you click on a content, there's two ways to do it. One, because you want to show support and you want them to know, hey, I'm here, but I got something else I got to do. I can't stay, but I just want you to know I love you. I care about you. Okay. That's one thing. And that's appreciated. It's the people, then the other type of person is the people like, I'm here. Hello. Acknowledge me. I am here. You're welcome for my presence. No. Here's the thing though. People that pop in to say, I'm here, but I got to go. In the negative way, not the ones who are being sincere, who are like, hey, I just want to say hi. How are you? Have you been? I'm sorry I can't stay. But the people who are like, hello. I've clicked the like button. You're fucking welcome. And then they are like, I will leave now. Goodbye. And they leave. And it's like, what the fuck were you even here for? They fuck up your watch time because everything is algebra. It's all math problems. So basically, if you have 5 people that watch and 4 of them watch the whole time, that one person who watches for a minute just dropped your average all the way down. Simple. It's super simple. So I tell people all the time, and I don't care if people think that I'm not being appreciative, because anyone that knows me knows better. They know that I'm appreciative and that I appreciate every person that swings through, and it means the world to me. But the fact is if you're not committed to hanging out, just because what happens is like, let's say I posted the video yesterday and people are like, oh, this looks, and that's what's happening with the other videos. I get all those views, but like the watch time is shit. Okay. Because what happens is they say, oh, there's swoop. Oh, click and me insta click. And then they start hearing me talk and they're like, well, I just care about Swoop. So they leave. So now you just dropped my average again, my median watch time. So now I have the 5 people that watch it the whole way through, 80% watch time, right? Then you get those 4 people who are just like, oh, Swoop, click. And then, ew, who's this? I wanted to watch Swoop. Well, then you should have gone to her channel, but okay, I digress. And they leave, and now I'm down to a 3% watch time. Okay, so the point is that it does matter. And so now that these algorithms, they care. This is why I explained it in that video. And I'm like, look, they care when you click, when you engage, how many comments, if you're liking it. If you're liking a video but not watching it, it doesn't count as much. If you click off, if you click the next video from that content creator, they're like, oh, If you stay engaged, if you stay watching, if you comment, and if you comment in the chat. Because what it's telling the algorithm is that this is interesting enough that you are taking the because no one has time anymore, right? Everybody's like swipe, swipe, swipe. So if you actually stop long enough to hit the like button and you stop long enough to make a comment, it's engagement. It means that you cared one way or another enough. It's a positive, it's a good thing. That's why if you like or dislike a video, does not matter. They don't care. Because before it was like, oh, all these dislikes, no one cares. I have like 8 dislikes on one of my videos. I've never had that many. It hurt my feelings a little, but do I care? No. Do you think that YouTube cares? No. They care that I triggered somebody enough to click one of the like or dislike buttons. You know, mission accomplished, got engagement, got interaction. So anyway, the point is, it is easier to get views on shorts, but not watch time. It's hard to get watch time. And we do lives because we're hoping for it, but that's, I promise you, do I have any indication I'm going to hit my 4,000 watch time hours? Absolutely fucking not. It's not going to happen. It happened when I was doing interviews 3-4 times a week. Consistently with all of these like artists and stuff, then their fan base would come and watch them and never interact with my content. YouTube notices. These algorithms are programmed to notice. So it breaks it down into what can I get people to click on. They click on funny things. They click on embarrassing things. They click on clickbaity, rage baity. They click on bait. And so now in order to get the clicks, you got to conform to the algorithm. When the algorithm tells you, you have to, basically, you kind of have to lower yourself to the dumbest person who's watching your content. And I just can't. I just can't. So if I get 4 people that watch and care what I think, and I get it out and I get to do my little rants, huzzah, win-win, right? I'd rather that any day than a bunch of people who are just going to sit there and shit on me all day because they have no life and they're scrolling. You know what I mean? Did you take 5 minutes to put into your thoughts on what you wanted to say? No, you just, you know, people that sorry. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm done with that. Let's go back to the video. Sorry.
As a result, according to Conti, this has caused content
I'm gonna go back.
they follow or subscribe to. As a result, according to Conti, this has caused content creators and their audiences to become increasingly pulled apart. In my opinion, Conti says, the follow is not some handy feature of a social network. The follow is foundational architecture for human creativity and organization. With the follow becoming less central to content distribution, content creators increasingly need to create for an algorithm rather than for a clear audience or fan base.
Thank you.
Conti says, for the first time since Web 2.0, my followers might not necessarily see my posts, and the idea of a subscription started to break down. If a person doesn't receive the thing I make, it's not really a direct true connection between a creator and their fans. It's not really a subscription. The channel of distribution is broken, and it creates another problem too around creative freedom, because now suddenly my post has to be better than the other posts according to a set of criteria that I don't know or have control of, or even agree with. So instead of thinking, what do I want to make? What lights me up? What is the output that I want to create as an artist? What will my fans love? Instead of thinking about those questions, now, In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what will the ranking algorithm favor? And that, subconsciously or consciously, changes my creative output to achieve the platform's goals, not my goals as a creator.
Holy, that was so well put. That was so well put. Because consciously or subconsciously, it's just the way it goes. You think about it. You think about the spacing, the lighting. You think about the colors. You think about the titles. You think about the description, the taglines, the hashtags. You think about who your audience is. Instead of curating your content to be your brand like we used to do, now and that's the other thing, every video is a separate entity. So every video could potentially go crazy when the rest of your content does not. Because you could have a video about the Grammys and it go crazy, and then you talk about anything else like gaming and nobody cares, but all of your content was intended to be gaming, but that one video will do well because it has nothing to do with your followers. And see, to get followers, your content should kind of be consistent. It should kind of be consistent. Well, I do see that. I'm still getting through it. We'll see.
This is
Oh
what
my.
Ivy League University.
Goal for almost all social media creator. The primary goal for almost all social media platforms is to make money. The primary means of achieving this goal for most platforms is through advertising revenue. And the primary means of generating, sustaining, and growing ad revenue is by attracting as many users to the platform and then keeping users on the platform as long as possible. At the scale of major social media platforms,
I've talked about this a million times. You guys know it. I talk about this all the time. That is the intention, is to keep you on their app. So TikTok wants to keep you on TikTok. They don't want you. That's why they hate links, you guys. They don't like links to other platforms. They don't want you going and clicking it and going off their platform onto a competitor or a different platform. They don't want it. That's why when people are on TikTok, they have to say the purple app when they're talking about Twitch, because they'll get suppressed, because TikTok doesn't want people to leave TikTok. TikTok wants you in its grasp.
algorithmic-based ranking feeds seems to achieve this the best. As a result, algorithms have increasingly taken control over what we see and the direction in which online media and content goes. We are thus being increasingly led by these algorithms with no clear aim in terms of benefit to the individual or culture at large. The cause and end game are merely profitability.
Yep.
Of course, algorithms are not inherently bad, and they could provide great opportunities for things like discoverability for creators and consumers. Furthermore, pursuing watch time in algorithms isn't inherently always bad either, as it can be useful for improving one's work. But a major problem is, under these conditions, one of the forms of media and content that prospers is either full-on spam or media that has a flavor of spam to it. In order to appease algorithms and either
Can you imagine ever purposefully flavoring something to taste like spam?
forge or maintain a career in social relevancy, creators might change their content format, category, or topics from what they are primarily interested in to what's popular and what works.
I think I just said that. Didn't I just say that? I think I said some semblance. That was what I meant to say. I think that's what I mean, that's what I meant. That's what I'm talking about. Instead of going down like what you want to do, you have to like play the game. People talk about it all the time, play the game.
Often leading to blatant copying, repetitiveness, redundancy, dumbing down, carelessness, or excessively frequent posting. Otherwise, they might risk inevitably being overlooked by the algorithms and forgotten by anyone who is not in their most core audience.
Shout out to my core audience. You guys literally keep me going. I kind of don't have an audience outside of my core audience, so love you guys.
These problems of fake traffic, algorithmic disconnect, and spam media have only become increasingly worse with the introduction and mainstream use of generative AI. Now, AI models can message humans in chats and message other AI models, create digital art and video content, create and manage digital profiles in stores, determine and execute purchases and economic decisions, as well as innumerable other unbelievable and world-changing acts. But now, humans are less and less involved. Hence, the internet is, at least in the way it once was, dead. In its wake, a new sort of internet is emerging. What this new form will ultimately become, how it will feel, what help and harm, positives and negatives it might cause, will only be known in time. But what does appear to be certain is that AI is only going to get better, and the problems of disconnection, fakeness, and spam-like media are only going to get worse. Of course, generative AI is not all bad, and there are countless great applications for it, both currently and foreseeably.
As a tool. I will always say that. As a tool.
But if we are not careful, more than anything else, our digital diets will continue to become unhealthier and unhealthier. It will be increasingly difficult to hear and make sense of anything, to want to hear and make sense of anything, to find and get what we want to order. It is not hopeless, though. Hopefully, in time, there will be reasonable...
Okay. See, I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm almost to the end of this video. I kind of want to stick it out, but I kind of don't. Because it's exactly what I didn't think it was. I thought it was actually going to talk about the dead internet theory, the conspiracy theory. I'm not talking about how the fact that we're all driven by algorithms versus what, like, I can't say, hey, I want to watch something about cooking and then go to someone that I know that makes cooking videos. And then, you know, instead the algorithm's going to push me towards something viral, which is actually cooking, but not really. It's like, it happens to be the neighbor's pet. Like, you know, and that video went viral and now it's trying to get me to watch that. I get it. Like, I get it. I didn't need to get it. I got it.
Regulations around AI and internet media. Hopefully, new technologies will also help mitigate against some of the existing and forthcoming problems and execute effectively on reasonable policies.
I don't need
and cultural
theories.
Expectations.
Like, I don't need his, and it's nothing against him. I don't need his, like, well, maybe at some point, you know, we might be able to, you know, circle back from this and not have it completely devastate the economy and everybody and then their brain rot.
If history is to be considered, it seems that this is certainly on the table of possibilities. But of course, if history is to be considered, regulations and new technologies designed to restrain bad actors and bad technologies are always, at least a little, behind the people and technologies they are designed to catch. Perhaps.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry, but that was a blatantly obvious statement. Because if you have a technology and you realize it's a problem, the technology already exists and the bad actors already exist. So of course you're going to be behind because now you need to find something that's going to prevent that going forward. It's always going to be a step behind. I'm not saying that you can't guess like, okay, well, I'm going to make this technology, but I'm also going to implement something that's going to fix it because the people implementing these technologies and they don't care. It's all about money.
In some sense, at least for now, it is up to us, creators and consumers of content, founders.
I'm getting bored. I'm sorry.
Users
I don't
of
usually
platforms.
sit and watch this long.
There's a famous saying that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. A more up-to-date version of this might be that we are the average of the 5 creators and 5 content categories we spend the most time on the internet consuming.
I don't agree.
Arguably, now and into the future, making decisions about what we do and engage with on the internet will be as crucial as the decisions we make.
Is he meaning an echo chamber? Like basically you are your echo chamber? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're the 5 creators that you keep going to, you're probably going to align with their beliefs and what they say. You'll probably listen to easier, just like people used to do in real life with friends and things of that nature. I guess that's what he's saying. I'm just at the point where I feel like the video should have ended already and it should have been about something I wanted it to be about. I feel stupid because I kind of want to like just cancel this video and find another one. What do you guys think? Okay, here's another quote. Maybe it's a nice quote.
On the menus. We can still break bread together in meaning.
Nope, I'm done. That's it. Nope, that's it. You had one chance to save it. And I don't need, oh, see, that's the thing. That's the difference between, and they've got tons of views. People like this content. That's great. I don't need it. See, I'm here. Okay. I'm not trying to rant. It is what it is. I don't need to be explained to the basics of how life works. I'm too fucking old for that. I don't need it. I'm smart. I'm not an idiot. I don't need someone to hold my hand and walk me through how to process things. I can process my feelings just fine. I can take in information and context and make educated guesses and decisions. If you guys haven't noticed, I do okay with that. Once I get into the meat of stuff, sometimes once I get into the meat of stuff, sometimes I guess. I'm like, okay, well, here's where I think. And then they say it like 5 minutes later. And I'm like, told you. Because I can process things. I don't need them to say, maybe there's hope for humanity at some point. I don't get it. Like, it's, of course, if there's not hope for humanity, then what the fuck are we even doing here? I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like it dragged on. And then I don't need someone to do pretty little pictures of things going nice. Why is my phone blowing up? 7 people. Oh, it's comments. People are sending comments. Oh, there's my neighborhood. Hi, everyone. I was a victim of a hit and run. Oh, well, shit. I have an unpopular opinion that the internet was the beginning of the end of children being raised right. It was also the easier way for evil to spread, more ways for doing bad things to be done easier. I agree. I know what you're saying, and I agree to an extent. I think that I prefer to blame it on the choices of parents to not fucking parent. I blame it on being lazy parenting, which started from being unavailable because they just couldn't be because of work. You know, you have to work more and you have to different hours. And, you know, it's never I'm not saying that I need school as childcare, but like you would think they'd make more sense with the school day versus a work day. Like they would align those a little better for everyone. You think that would make sense, but you know, what the fuck do I know? I agree the accessibility is a problem. And here's the thing, the fact that people don't pay attention to what their kids are doing is a problem. Because here's the thing, you can have evil videos, like gross, weird. Have you guys ever heard of Elsagate? You could have all of that, but your kid's not going to see it if you're paying attention to what they're watching. If you hand a child a tablet and are like, here, now leave me alone, what the fuck do you think's going to happen? You have to make a conscious choice. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm going to look up a different video, though, because that was not what I expected. And I kind of feel like I wasted a lot of our time, which I'm kind of sad about because I was really excited. Okay, here's one. It's only 13 minutes. Hold on. If you give me a minute, Wallflower, I'll check your message in a second. I didn't pull, I forgot that it wasn't on screen because I was going to pull it up. Whoa. I don't know why this person keeps posting on all my different stuff. Okay, which one, Wallflower? I see that I already have one of them pulled up. Yeah, I already have one of them pulled up. Because that's what I Googled and I found a different one and it's the one that you had. I think the Y files. I have that. It's literally, I'll show you, look. It's literally pulled up. Oh, can't see it. Hold on. See? It's literally on my screen. That's the next one that I pulled up. This one or the other one you sent me? I get weird about having like messages on screen because I get messages from people that's nobody's fucking business who I talk to. Because some of them are No, I want one that actually says what you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I don't know what that means. Agent Heckle, what does that mean? What is that? Are you speaking in tongues? Are you having a stroke? Are you good? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the one I have already pulled up, which is the Y files, which is funny because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Look, I searched dead internet theory. It's all bots. Look, I'm gonna hit back. I searched it and look, it's right here. So, okay, this tells me I need to be on the other side of the screen. I think my kid's home. Hold on. Or not. It could have just been my cat. Yeah, I don't hear anything anymore. Okay. My hair is doing something weird. It's dry now, so it's being weird. I know that you guys don't care, but I do. Because when I make clips later, it matters. When I make shorts, because that's all anyone ever is going to see of me is that little bitty piece of it. And if I look like, you know, it's a problem. It's a problem. Okay. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do the Y files. I want it to be something interesting. I also have other stuff to watch, so you guys know that I have no problem saying I don't like this and turning things off. I don't care. Like, I'm not here to waste my time or yours. If it's something that I just think is completely not what I wanted, and I'm not saying it has to be anything I wanted, but the reason I don't do reactions, because I don't want to sit here and watch shit I don't want to see. Does it make sense? I had hope the last one was really going to, like, do it eventually. Didn't. It didn't ever get there. It was like every female that's been with my ex ever never quite got where they needed to go. That was a stupid thing to say. Okay. Okay. Sorry. My nose is itching. It's driving me absolutely crazy. I can't tell if I have my heat or my cooling on because it's 80 degrees outside. But inside it was like 60. It was weird. So I'm trying to... Let me fix that real quick, and then I'm good to go. I am on cool, but it's on like 76. I'm like, oh. Anyway. I'm sorry, was I dissing my ex? He can quite literally go fuck himself. I don't care. Itchy nose kiss. I've never heard that. I've heard that it means someone's thinking about you. I don't know. I just have to be careful with messages. Like I don't need people to be in my business. I have in the last 24 hours, I've probably talked to like 7 content creators, like YouTubers, in depth in my DMs. Just talking about things, checking in on people, how you been, you know. It still doesn't mean it's anyone's business. Sorry, not sorry. I told you. That's why I always tell people, I keep messing with my hair. Look, this part won't move. Go away. There. To be honest, I say it, and I know it sounds super like conceited and selfish. But people are like, well, why don't you do this, this, or this so that you get more views and that you grow your channel? And I literally tell people, I don't need to. I don't need to try. Like, oh, you should talk to so-and-so. And I'm like, I don't need to. And they're like, well, why not? They could help you. And I said, because I'm good. I have more, what's the clout? It's just I don't put it in front of me. I don't lead with I am so and so, I know so and such people. And actually I've had some of them complain because they're like, why don't you name drop us to help yourself a little? You know, cool by association. I'm like, because I'm cool all on my own. But I don't like to do that. You know? I don't know. Is that weird? Okay. All right. So I'm going to try and get through a video about the dead internet theory. The last one was kind of flop, and it's not against the content creator. They made really great content. It's just not in any way, shape, or form what I was looking for, which is an explanation of the theory itself, the deep, dark theory. I'm not talking about how algorithms drive everything. We know this. I'm not talking about how everyone's on the internet now and there's just lots of spam. We know this. We've talked on this channel before about how everything's curated. I say it all the time. Everything's curated. If you think that it's not, you're mistaken. And then one of the ways you can do that is by going to a content creator's, excuse me, I'm going to mute that, a content creator's profile and looking at their content and seeing if they're posting the same type of videos over and over and over and over again about a viral or rage baity subject. And if they are, it's fake. Anyway, it doesn't mean they're not a human doing it, but still, it's most of what you see online isn't even true. I'm true. I'm a real person, y'all. I'm just saying. Anyway, so this one is by the Y Files. And it's funny because there's a couple of I wanted to do the TikTok one from, I can't remember the channel that I really, really like that explained TikTok's algorithm so that people really understand just how deep it goes. I haven't done that yet. I need to put that on my to-do list. But this, I've never watched the Y Files, so I'm kind of here for this. Brand new channel I've never seen. I'll put all the links down below when I repost this video. Here's to hoping that it's what I hope it is, that it's a good video. Don't spoil it, ma'am. I'm live right now, but I will be cutting this up and reposting it. So, all right, here we go. Oh, maybe you want to see the video. I have a feeling he's going to be on that side, so I'm going to stay on this side over here. All right, here we go.
What if I told you that most, if not...
It's loud to me. Is it loud to you? I can turn it up in post if I have to, but it's like blasting my ears. Okay.
all of your online... What if I told you that most, if not all of your online existence is fake? The articles you read, the Twitter accounts you follow...
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. This is what my other video was about.
Even this video you're watching right now. It's all fiction. Created by artificial intelligence whose job is to keep you clicking on content that doesn't matter and keep you buying products that you don't need. You, me, everyone. We're living in a real-life matrix designed to distract you from the truth that we're just drones in a digital anthill. We live, work, and die so that the wealthy and powerful can grow more wealthy and powerful. This is called the dead internet theory, and there's some compelling evidence that it's real. Let's find out why.
Okay, but see, he said that I am not real and he's not real. The video I'm watching is not real. The fish is cute. I used to have a big I love goldfish. They get big and fluffy. Go check them out, Y-Files. I'll put the link below.
The premise of the dead internet conspiracy says that most internet content and the consumers of that content are fake. They don't exist. So how much content on the internet is actually created by AI? Actually, it's more than you think. Studies say that only about 50% of web traffic is human, and that number is going down every year. In 2013, the Times reported that half of YouTube traffic was bots masquerading as people. And this was so scary that YouTube employees were worried about an inflection point where their algorithms...
I just realized that I'm hiding the fish.
Would be so overwhelmed by bot traffic that they couldn't tell what was real, eventually seeing actual human traffic as fake. They called this event the inversion.
Ominous.
It is. I see these bots.
I didn't even know he was going to talk, but I'm glad that I moved myself before he did. So that's, by the way, invalid traffic is something a lot of reaction channels deal with. They get nailed for like invalid traffic, and that's also the reason that views show like 2 views, but it actually is like 100, 200, 300, and then all of a sudden you see the views jump up when Tom drops a song, especially one that's very triggering. You see the same thing. They're allegedly weeding out inflated, invalid bot traffic because people will, and by the way, people have started flipping that and using the bot traffic to get people intentionally flagged for invalid traffic, knowing that it's going to suppress their video. People are sneaky and creepy, y'all.
Bots on this channel. Event the inversion.
Ominous.
It is. I see these bots on this channel. Look, most days I get 10 or 20 comments.
It should be more.
It should, but that's not my point. But sometimes I wake up and I've got 1,000 comments, and they're all very generic comments posted by people with very generic usernames. And they're not watching the videos. Subscribers to this channel watch 60%, 70%, even 100% of each video.
You people who watch 100%, we salute you.
We do. But the
It's not, was I not talking about that? But I don't even have close. I don't even have close to those numbers. That is really good. But look at the video. This is why, you know how expensive this shit is to do? What he's doing right now is not cheap, y'all. I'm broke. I don't make any money. I'm cheap. This shit is like goals. This is goals.
The bots, they're watching for 10 seconds and then leaving a weird comment and then moving on to watch another video for 10 seconds.
They're not watching the video for 10 seconds. They're literally taking 10 seconds to hit the button, hit the copy, hit the paste, and move on. I mean, in my opinion, I'm not saying that he's wrong.
When I look at the channel stats after a wave of bots, it's like locusts. It's swift and it's destructive. So why is this happening? What's it about?
Money?
Money. Take Facebook.
Do we have to?
It's been alleged that Facebook...
I deleted Facebook. I don't have the app anymore. That's why you haven't seen any Holmes County Sheriff's Office. I might go through that later and actually see if I've missed anything. I don't use it. I just have no interest. And it's just another... I don't like how Facebook is set up. Anyway.
Facebook has been overstating its reach and misrepresenting its data for years. In 2018, a Facebook product manager emailed colleagues that their metrics are, quote unquote, a lawsuit waiting to happen.
What happened?
A lawsuit.
I see what you did there.
It's a class action suit filed by Facebook advertisers. They claim that Facebook overestimates its traffic by between 150 and 900%. Now, Facebook claims they only overstate their traffic by 60 to 80%.
Either way, it's fake traffic.
It's fake traffic. But the money Facebook collects from advertisers, that's real money. If you're a business and you spend money on online ads, you want your ads viewed by actual people, not viewed like this.
Ooh, what?
There it is. There it is. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Do I just like predict life? Is that what's going on right now? I just predict everything. I predict everything. This is what this, I got to figure out where my fingers are. This is what I'm talking about. I told you a wall of phones. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the live stream. It's in there somewhere. A wall of phones where they use it for farming traffic. I fucking knew it. I knew it.
It's viewed by actual people, not viewed like this.
Ooh, what the hell am I looking at?
This is a Chinese click farm. Hundreds or thousands of bots are currently clicking on videos, leaving comments, creating engagement. Row after row of smartphones, watching videos, and more importantly, watching the ads. Now, the platforms know this is happening, but they aren't in a rush to change it. According to the leaked emails, Facebook knows that there are millions of duplicate accounts on the platform, but it leaves them active on purpose. An internal analysis claimed that removing fake accounts would cause a drop of 10% or more of Facebook's numbers.
Is that a lot?
Well, last year, Facebook took in $84 billion in ad revenue.
That's actually grotesque.
I agree. Facebook is not going to give up 20%, 10%, or even 1% of that
I'll take like a 15th of a percent of a percent. I mean, just saying.
money. The numbers are too large. This is billions of dollars. Now, to be fair, Facebook says these allegations are without merit, and we will defend ourselves vigorously. But mere hours after the lawsuit was made public, Facebook changed its policy to say potential customer reach is an estimate, not a guarantee of actual customer reach.
Your mileage may vary.
Exactly.
True.
So, bots for profit. Totally predictable. But is it darker than that?
It's darker.
According to the dead internet theory,
Yes.
much darker.
Yes. This is what I want. This is what I want. Not that.
This
Like so many good conspiracy theories, the dead internet theory started out in some of the darker corners of the web, places like 4chan, WizardChan, and Agora Road. The first person to put a name to it goes by the online handle Illuminati Pirate.
Name checks out.
The theory goes like this. Sometime around 2016, the internet started becoming sterilized and homogenized. Content that was always generated by humans was now being generated by AI bots. And the bots are subtle. They're designed to sound human and blend into the background. But if we look a little more closely, eerie patterns seem to emerge. On Twitter, there's a type of account that uses a certain formula. First, the profile pictures aren't people. They're usually anime characters or hearts or stars or other generic-looking icons. And the colors are soft, usually pink, purple, or light blue. Posts are short, written in all lowercase, and contain the same kind of message. I'm young, I have a crush, I enjoy simple things, I am optimistic, but most of all, I'm relatable. People who believe the dead internet theory say they've been seeing the same content repurposed over and over for years.
Supermoon.
Right. Every year we're slammed with articles about the supermoon.
Murder hornets.
Murder hornets. Every year.
Climate change.
Well, climate change is real.
You believe.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. This is my take. I'm just gonna give my quick little take on it. When it comes to the what he was just mentioning, that he kind of glanced over a little bit. Maybe he'll get back into it. I don't know. You can create. So it started out where there were tools that helped you create more boilerplate, easy to do, convenient ads, posts. So they give you, basically it's like a template. Okay, so templates, and templates go into automatic stuff. So you don't have to edit, you don't have to click the buttons, it clicks it for you. And then you put in what you want it. Now the difference is, okay, let me get to my point. The difference is that you used to have to like say, okay, here's your title, here's your description, here's this. Now you give it what you are implying and it writes it for you. Okay, so if that cuts down all that extra time, it's not a human creating it. Half the time they're not even using their own pictures. They're generating them and then they're posting them, and then they want the engagement, and they can copy and paste these boilerplate answers. Instagram has a thing where if you talk to someone who's like a business account, I can set it up so it talks to you for me, and then it lets me know if you need anything. But it basically makes, and it doesn't fool anyone. We all know that there's nobody there. But a lot of content can be basically pushed out at a very high rate. And unfortunately, here's the problem when this side meets this side. So we're dumbing down content with the algorithm, making it so that clickbait is required in order to be successful. It used to be having charisma, having a personality, and now it's being clickable, brain rot, whatever. And then you take that with being able to pump out this content, and you have a match made in heaven, because now you can take this template auto generated bullshit and you can pump it out and people just click, because nobody wants to stop and do any type of consideration. I guess I got off topic, but whatever. You get what I'm saying. I'm just saying a lot of it is fake, and even if it's not fake, it's somewhat fake For sure. I'm not fake though. This is actually my camera. It's actually my house. This is my non-sponsored drink. I'm a person. I'm an actual person. Anyway. I like this so far. I like the fish. Sorta.
Need anything?
That's for another time. So,
Change?
well, climate change is real.
You believe anything?
That's for another time. So, why? Why is content on the internet so bland and repetitive? Well, according to the dead internet theory, and this is a quote, it's because the US government is engaging in an artificial intelligence-powered gaslighting of the entire world population.
Get my tinfoil hat?
Coming up.
You put a tinfoil hat on the fishbowl.
Why don't you own an apartment building? I'm serious.
Original post about The original post about the dead internet theory says that a few online influencers are working with corporations and the United States government in order to manipulate our behavior and manipulate how we think. Well, as far as social media platforms go, this is true. Take Facebook again.
I believe it 100%. I believe it 100%. Oh, let's get into a little bit different of that. I believe the concept, not necessarily the players. I don't know who the players are, but I absolutely hands down believe, and I talk about this all the time. I talk about how, you know, with trying to get people to accept AI, they kind of test it a little bit, and then people are like, oh, you can't do that. And so they pull it back, and then they test it again. Oh, can't do that. And then they test it again, and they make it fun and make it easy. And all of a sudden, AI is integrated with everything. And we're like, well, you opened the fucking door. It came flocking in. They were just waiting for the right time. And they do that by normalizing, and they do that by saturating your feed with things that normalize these type of, so they normalize you seeing it. It's just like, unfortunately, it's just like a victim who doesn't understand that this is not normal behavior. They don't get it. They don't get it because they were raised in maybe an abusive household, or maybe they, you know, were bullied at school, and they were told it was just how things are, and they don't understand that that's not normal. And so by seeing it and exposing people to it consistently, you know, they just accept it. It's either accept it or fight it. And, you know, when you make fighting it into being canceled all of a sudden, now you're not allowed to fight it. They now control you. They now own you. They can do whatever they want. And and you think, oh, why wouldn't people say? Of course they're not going to say anything. Look what we've allowed. I'm not going there. Not going there. I should, but I'm not. Look what we've allowed. This is simple. Simple. Okay, sorry.
Again. Well, as far as social media platforms go, this is true. Take Facebook again.
Hey, let me ask you, is Facebook evil?
They're very profitable.
You didn't answer my question.
Nope.
Yeah.
On Facebook, you're shown posts that you're likely to engage with. So, politics-wise, you're going to be shown an overwhelming amount of content that supports your worldview, which keeps you on the platform.
Echo
which
chamber.
Keeps you clicking on ads.
Echo chamber.
And you're also going to be shown political posts that make you angry, prompting you to respond, which keeps you on the platform and keeps you clicking on ads. You won't see a lot of posts saying, you know, I may disagree with your opinion, but I respect and support your right to have that view. Now, let's discuss the issues on which we actually agree, of which there are many. Facebook profits by having you produce dopamine, which keeps you clicking, and cortisol and adrenaline, which keeps you clicking. How does Facebook know what content keeps you on the platform? Well, you tell them all the time, with every link you click, every site you visit, and how long you spend on those sites.
Is this not what I said? I have, hand to God, I have never seen this video. I have never seen this channel. I've never watched this before. That's what I said. I am super glad that someone is confirming my opinions, because, you know, mine are opinions. Hopefully he's coming from a place of knowledge more than I am. I'm coming from a place of experience and knowledge and just what I've seen myself and what I've read and know.
Now, don't take my word for it. Here's Mark Zuckerberg.
I wish I could keep telling you that our mission in life is connecting people, but it isn't. We just want to...
That's That's gotta be AI.
Predict your future behaviors. Spectre showed me how to manipulate you into sharing intimate data about yourself and all those you love for free. The more you express yourself, the more we own you.
He said that?
Well, technically no, but that's exactly what Facebook does, which leads to another part of the dead internet theory.
I'm confused.
Well, that wasn't Mark Zuckerberg, that was a deepfake.
Thank you. Nailed it.
Which is?
I mean, that was really obvious though, right? Right?
A computer-generated video made to look like a human. And deepfakes, they're getting good.
Dude, the Tom Cruise one where he was doing that dance. Dance, dance, dance with your hands like you did, yeah. That one got me, but I loved it. I didn't care. It was great. It was great.
I'm gonna show you some magic.
What? Oh, come on. Did I not just say Tom Cruise? Did I not just say Tom Cruise? Come on. This isn't the dance video. I don't think. I don't know who he's holding. Come on. That is... Come on. That's wild. Wild.
And deepfakes, they're getting good.
I'm gonna show you some magic. It's the real thing. I mean, it's all the real thing.
He's just, I'm sorry, he's creepy. Like, he was a good actor, but then whenever you like zoom in on him when he's like trying to be serious, he creeps me out. He always and not just that, I'm saying in any time.
Even Tom Cruise has a TikTok.
Yeah, that wasn't Tom Cruise.
Deep fake?
Deepfake.
Well,
The
yeah.
technology uses artificial intelligence to sort through hundreds or thousands of images to find frames that match the actual person in the video. But millions, I mean millions of people thought those videos were real. Well, we're not crazy enough to trust Zuckerberg, are we? And nobody's crazy enough to trust an actor, right?
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. That's why you're here.
But what about a deepfake from a trusted world leader?
President Trump is a total and complete Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would.
Now, that video was a joke and created by Jordan Peele, but what if, in today's climate, someone released a video of a politician saying something racist or radical?
The media would believe it.
Well, of course, the media would believe it. They'd believe everything. A deepfake is a computer simulation of a real person, and people are fooled by that. But what about a computer simulation of a completely artificial person? Could people be fooled by that?
Yes.
I don't like where this is going.
Yes. That was really easy. Next question.
There is
Okay, so I really sincerely want to like watch all of this stuff. I want so bad to like deep dive into this. What are they called? The Gaia ancient civilizations. Like, I want to. I just think that they're too wordy. I want like a shortened version.
This is going.
Michaela Souza is an Instagram influencer with over 3 million followers. Lil Michaela, as she's known, is a Brazilian-born model who posts about her glamorous LA lifestyle. Photo shoots, product endorsements, and all the typical bumper sticker social activism that Instagram models are known for.
She sounds pretty hollow.
Well, how's this for hollow? In 2018, Michaela's account was hacked and it was revealed that she was completely fake. Computer generated.
Oh, no.
Her fans couldn't believe it. Eventually, a media/marketing company called Brud confessed that...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. She fucking looks fake. Hold on. Sorry. She looks fake. Everything about her looks fake.
Couldn't believe it. Eventually, a media...
The eyes are very, 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 very obvious right here.
Media/marketing company.
I mean, it's very obvious. Do people think this was a real person? It looks like a really well done character from a video game. Okay. Sorry. Oh god. But this is just
Company called Brud confessed that she wasn't real.
Did her fans abandon her?
You're absolutely right. Her left hand doesn't have a glove yet. It's still purple.
Marketing company called Brud confessed.
Because there's her nail. Oh, you can't see me pointing at the screen. Sorry. There's her nail. She has a pearl growing out of that nail. That's interesting. There's her nail. You know, you really could, though, say that this was like, looks like that glove. It's just more sheer. More sheer.
That she wasn't real.
Did her fans abandon her?
Nope. Since then, she's amassed about 2 million more followers.
Do they know she's fake?
Well, some do. Most don't care, and Michaela doesn't bring it up, so...
This is dangerous.
More dangerous than you think. This is a completely fake, computer-generated character created by humans. Okay, but there is a piece of technology that is completely autonomous, runs on artificial intelligence...
Okay, I'm gonna guess where he's going with this. I'm gonna guess, even though he's almost said it. So this is a completely artificial account made by humans, right? So humans created this. They created this fake account. They're running this fake account. Now he's probably going to talk about how you can get AI to create and run and maintain fake accounts without any human input.
Intelligence on its own and is programmed to kill humans.
Okay, that didn't expect that one, but I did hear about this. Something about this, though. How old is this? Anyway.
These are the machines.
There's a drone quadcopter called Kargo 2, produced by defense contractor STM, developed in Turkey. Kargo 2 uses machine learning to classify and identify threats. Then, completely on their own, swarms of drones working together will attack their target. According to the UN, the drones are programmed to attack targets without requiring an operator. In effect, a true fire, forget, and find capability. They just analyze a bunch of data and decide, yes, that's a murder target, without any human analyzing their work.
For the love of God, these things have killed people?
Oh yeah. Since 2018, they've been deployed by the Turkish military both foreign and domestically. It's currently killing people in Ukraine.
How many people were whacked?
2018 again. It's really interesting that that year keeps coming up consistently over and over and over again.
Military both foreign and domestically. It's currently killing people in Ukraine.
How many people were whacked?
Oh, they won't say.
Of course.
Well, let's put these pieces together now. As the algorithms get better and better at showing us content to keep us engaged, what's to stop those algorithms from actually creating the content to keep us engaged?
Nothing.
Nothing. And isn't that the natural progression of this? A Google whistleblower has said that Google has algorithms that can write other algorithms. Google's AutoML0 does exactly this.
What does Google say?
Well, Google says the allegations are false.
That means it's definitely true.
Look.
Google's not going to say. I mean, they're not. Yeah. I don't know how to put that. Like, I said this with the Wi-Fi security system using proximity. The bottom line is everything that we are talking about has already been developed and is available. Either it's going to get out of control and we'll figure it out, or they're going to release it and pretend like it was a good thing. They just have to find a way to spin it. Or maybe they don't want to release it because it's too useful in the shadows. I don't know. Everything that somebody's come up with and is talking about has happened. It's already here. We're decades, if not more, ahead of the technology that is mainstream. There's some wild stuff out there. I don't know.
Google say.
Well, Google says the allegations are false.
That means it's definitely true.
Look, if artificial intelligence can create social media accounts, attract millions of followers, generate billions of dollars, influence elections, and drop bombs on people, all without human intervention, well, the internet really is dead. And real living people, people like you and me, are here to do nothing more than feed it our money and our knowledge so these systems can become smarter and even more powerful. Now Facebook is launching Metaverse, where you experience your entire life online through virtual reality. If you think online culture is toxic now,
I didn't know about that. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. Remember Second Life when they came out with that?
now, wait until we're spending all of our time there. The Metaverse is going to make us long for the good old days of the Matrix. And where's Neo when you need him? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. My name is AJ, that's Hecklefish. This has been the Y-Files. If you had fun or learned anything, do me a favor, subscribe, like, share, comment.
go
All that stuff
subscribe.
really helps the channel. The algorithm has not been kind to us.
Videos like this don't help.
That's true. But with your help, we can overcome. Until next time, be safe, be kind, and know that you... But with your help, we can overcome. Until next time, be safe, be kind, and know that you...
Did he just like do this? Really? Was that on purpose?
But with your help, we can overcome. Until next time, be safe, be kind, and know that you are appreciated.
Okay, so that is such a wild thing for me to say right now, but I swear he just like did all of like the secret symbols. He just did all the symbols. No, I'm kidding. I liked that video. It didn't go as dark as I was hoping. It didn't go into what I was hoping for. I swear I'm going to keep going until I find one. I might have to watch part of it instead of just like surprising myself here because I feel like I'm wasting mine and your time and I don't have much time, guys. I actually have to get off here pretty soon so that I can like go do laundry, make something to eat. It'd be nice to eat something today. And then I have, my daughter is going to be she's going to be ziplining anytime. So I'm kind of like, so anyway, I don't have all the time in the world. So if you have a video that makes sense, that is on the darker side. So I will tell you exactly what I'm looking for, you guys. This is call to action. Let's do it. Okay. What I'm looking for is an explanation of basically how, more along the lines of how the posts are not from humans. So he touched on it in the just past the middle when he was showing all of the clickbait farms, and when he was talking about how, things were posted like marketing, because the point is that marketing is generated and posted by AI. You set it to auto post for you. You tell it how many people you want it to reach, and then you trust it to just do it. You people pay for comments and clicks and views, and it goes and it finds with the right hashtags, and it goes and finds your videos and it comments and it, stuff like that. More into the fake users, how there's not as many users online as we think. Anything that goes into I kind of would like to dive into the whole, not that one. That was I'm sorry. I think he used it because it was an obvious example that she was fake AF. Like you could tell it wasn't a real person. But anything that goes into content creators and even the stuff that they're talking about how, and I'll try to find videos where they have whole profiles of people that interact with people that they aren't telling anyone are fake, that they're not saying it, that they're all AI. They're AI run AI profiles, and like they don't need a human to run them. They're doing it all them. Not that they created it, but that they're like AI basically is doing it and no human is like checking it. I don't know. Anything like that, the dark, twisty stuff, I'm here for. That's kind of what I would like to get into. So if you have any suggestions, or if you've seen something, or if you run into something, please let me know. Send me a message. Put it in the Discord. Put it in the comments. Or if you catch me live, let me know. I'd really appreciate it. It helps if I know ahead of time so I can kind of plan to do videos and stuff. So that, Anyway, thank you for watching that video. I don't know what this was, but it's done. It's done. Anyway, so there was that one. That was a lot better than the one that I picked, but still didn't get dark. I'm guys, you get the conspiracy theories. I want the dark. I'll give you an example. When I was a lot younger, like, I don't know, it was like 10, 15 years ago, I found a website, and this is before I knew that this information was there, about the Illuminati. And it was literally about the Illuminati and all these theories that, like, Britney Spears, and how when she had her meltdowns and you could tell that she had been conditioned and you could tell that she'd been punished, and talking about, like, you know, that they took her at this age and they were doing, it went deep dive, and I deep dove on that site, and they were showing like all these different celebrities, and I was like, oh, like, but it was dark. It was dark. Like, she broke her conditioning, and then she went kind of crazy and shaved her head, and then they put her into a program to basically try to reprogram her. That type stuff. I'm all for the dark and twisty. I want those conspiracy theories. If you guys have them, let me know. Let me see what else I have left that I was looking at. Let's see. I forgot where I put them. Okay, so there's that one. I'm going to check that off, even though it's... Okay, so I have two. This one's too long. The most terrifying theory scientists don't even want to talk about. That kind of sounds interesting. Why did I just unfocus completely? No, here's the thing, Wallflower. I don't need short ones to dive all the way into it. I need shorter ones to hit me with facts, or not facts, but like, I just need the fucking meat of it. I don't need the dessert and the decor. I just need, like, and I think that I might get that if I do the shorts route versus the videos. Because I've seen some shorts that seem to be more succinct, right? Because people want the watch time and don't think they don't. And so they go through this whole storytelling ebb and flow, and I just don't fucking have time for it, y'all. I got too much shit to talk about. Just kidding. So all I have is AI. 99% of beginners don't know the basics of AI. I don't really, I'm not into that right now. AI podcast hosts discover they're not AI, or that they're AI, not human. So there's these two podcast hosts that allegedly didn't know that they were AI. But are they? And then the most terrifying theory scientists don't even want to talk about. This one's too long. It's 20 minutes long. And by the way, it's the chaos theory is what it is. The chaos theory. I believe you, Wallflower. I mean, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't have any quick videos. I've been on for about 2.5 hours. I was going to go longer today, but it just dawned on me that my kid's at the zipline thing, and my luck would be that I'd miss a phone call. And plus, to be honest, I'm hungry. And I know that other people are going to be going live, and yeah, I need to do laundry. I switched the laundry, but now I have to fold it all. Oh, by the way, fun fact, I started watching a show. I'm looking for good shows. I'm really picky about what I watch. And I started watching Sweet Magnolias, which I thought could really be a cute series. I'm so bored. It's so boring. It is that Gilmore Girls wannabe mixed with, what was the Southern one where, I can't remember. Her friend was Lemon, was her friend's name. I can't remember the name. Just so PG and boring. I'm like, and they're like, and then so it's everything. The main character, the chick, she is everything that irritates me about the main female characters in books that I read, which is someone is trying to help her. I don't know what your problem is. Stop trying to help me. I've got this. I don't know why. How dare you offer me a job managing a spa and making all that money while you bought the fucking thing and you're trying to help me? How dare you put this on me when I'm busy being mad that my shitty ex-husband is got his nurse pregnant and is marrying her? And by the way, that actor looks like shit. Like, I never thought he was that attractive, but now I'm like, oh. I'm not saying everyone has to be attractive, but like he's like one of those, like, could have been some serial killer glasses, you know, those square-ish ones, and he would make the perfect serial killer in a series. I'm just saying. With a half ball. Anyway. You said the guy, what did you say about that? I was reading. I don't want you to have to do all that, Wallflower. That's not, I'm just saying, if you happen to see that stuff, if you do, great. If not, I'll find it. If I go live, I don't have time to watch content. And if I'm not live and I'm not working and I'm not doing house stuff and I'm not editing and I'm not in a live stream, I'm probably reading a book or sleeping. But my books have been kind of disappointing. Like, you get in these stuck algorithms on Kindle are a thing too. You get stuck in these algorithms, and then once you get into a shitty algorithm, it's like impossible to break out. The problem is like I just can't do 40-minute videos. Like, in the teens is like as high as it goes, because it's just so it's so annoying. You said something about that show that I wanted to look at. Go. It's not like I have 8,000. Oh, there we go. Ancient Apocalypse on Netflix is a great one for the young dryest stuff. See, I like those. Oh, here's the problem. The reason I don't watch some of those like ancient stuff, alien, like I said, the reason I don't watch those shows, especially the ones like on Netflix and stuff, is because they tend to do what that first video did, where they don't actually, they say that it's about, you know, the Celtics and proof that Celtics really did have, like, you know, a connection and magic and stuff. And then they spend the whole time showing pictures and then talking about how it's insert boring ass shit here. And then towards the end, they're like, so we can conclude that maybe, and they never answer the question. They never actually give you anything. And then I wasted my whole fucking time, and it makes me mad. I get really mad. I'm like, I don't have time. I know that's so bad. I'm sorry. I know that it comes off so haughty. I just don't have time. I don't have time for this. I mean, I do, but I don't. But I do. I actually need to get off here. I need to call my mom back, and I need to do the laundry and eat and vacuum and pop my neck. I need to take ibuprofen. I don't get much time to not sit in this chair because there's my work over here. And so I'd like to take advantage of that for a little bit. But I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you enjoyed some of the stuff that we went through. I was hoping for a little bit more spicy outcome, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to say about that. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope to see you around the interwebs or the Discord or on Instagram. You guys know how to reach me. You always do. I haven't decided if any. I will cut any of that up. If I will, I will. If I don't, I don't know. I don't know. That's the reason I know I need to get off here, because I am so blasé right now. I'm so like, I know I need food or something, because I just feel like I don't fucking care. I don't care. Is there a video? Cool. I don't fucking care. I don't want to watch it. Like, I'm in that mood right now, and you guys don't need that. It's no fun. Anyway, I love you guys. I have no promises if I might play Fortnite later. I might play Phasmo. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't play Phasmo by myself because it's just, I don't know. I don't consider it that fun enough to play by myself. Anyway, have a good day. Bye. And just as quickly as I started it.